Welcome here. This is Stephen from Be That Social Guy, and today we have approaching a girl in the gym, something that a lot of people talk about. And it is a good thing to do, to be fair, because if you're in the gym, then you're going to have the same goals as her. So, on some level, you've already got something in common, okay? You've already got a topic to talk about. So, some of the work is already done for you. And in a way, there are two ways to do it. We can either do it direct or indirect. And I'm going to go through both these methods, um, the positives, the negatives, and yeah, let's have a look into it. Now, when we talk about direct, again, we're not going up to the girl necessarily and being like, hey, I like you, blah, blah, blah. In any direct situation, you want to be more subtle with it, okay? But it does involve showing your interest in her from the beginning. You're not there to be a gym buddy, you're not there to be a friend or to spot her, or maybe you will, it could be part of it, but really you're there to explore if she is single, available, open to you, and to put across your charm and humor fairly quickly. So, direct is a good thing because it doesn't waste time. Less time wasting. Also, you're in the gym too. Remember that you're in the gym, which means that you obviously don't want to keep the conversation long. You don't need to keep this conversation long with her. You want to keep it short and sweet as both you are both training. So definitely, you got to keep it short and sweet. And also as well, shows confidence. Let's put that one there as well. It shows confidence. Shows confidence. There we go. So these are three reasons why going direct in the gym is a good thing. Now, in terms of what to say, okay. First of all, when you think about what to say, you need to just have a little quick think about the environment that she's in and potentially what she is thinking on because of what she's doing. Okay. So it's kind of like, when someone comes up to you in the gym in the middle of your set and, to ask if you're continuing to use the weight or the machine. Like in the middle of your set, you're going to be like, why are you talking to me now? Okay. So make sure you choose a time where she's not training, she's resting. Don't approach her if she's out of breath completely. All right. But yeah, if she's having a little break from training, she's going to get water, or whatever, that is a good time to approach because it shows that you're not completely, you know, you're not completely socially inept, right? It shows you have some kind of level of social etiquette is what we're trying to go for here. So that starts off well already. And what you can do is go over to her. And the best thing that I think you guys should do, it's just going to be so much easier, is mention something about how she's training, or what she's wearing, or the exercise she's doing, or the weight. Okay, something about the gym. Okay, it's the perfect thing to start off with. And what I like to say, something like, "I see you're doing that exercise. What is it training exactly?" Okay, and talk about the exercise that she's training. Okay, and you can talk about from there, like, oh, I do this for this or whatever. Okay, or something like, I think you could do more weight um, than that. You you look stronger. Okay, okay, there you go, something like that. That's a bit of encouragement, and then she'll give you a reason as to why she's not doing a heavier weight. And again, if she says, "Oh, just because I'm afraid I might drop it," blah blah blah, you can be like, you know what, I can spot you, because I think this weight looks kind of easy for you, and I thought, oh, she could definitely do more. Perfect. That's a start off, and then you can be like, hey, so sorry, what's your name? Okay, cool, blah blah blah, and you just start a conversation. Now, these are two examples of what you can say, and what you want to do is you want to calibrate as you go along in the conversation, but you also bear in mind you want to keep it sweet. Okay, you want to keep it short. Don't be talking for more than 2 minutes. No way. It can't. The thing is, as well, what you can potentially do as well is you can, after a minute or so, if it's going well, you could be like, listen, Jessica, I need to go and finish my set, but before you go, How long are you going to stay here for? Like 30 minutes. Okay, me too. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, no problem. And that's it, and leave it, go back to your workout, okay? That's what you should, probably the best thing to do. So speak maximum 2 minutes. Um, if you feel she is into you, grab her number and use the excuse, I need to go back to my workout. Okay, that shows that number one, you're leaving first, which shows that you're on your mission, you're doing what you want, and that you respect your workout. You can even say like, oh, you need to obviously get on with yours too. Yeah, and that'll be pretty good. Um, and again, if you don't get a number straight away, just you can say to her like, listen, I have to go back to my workout, but I'll speak to you later. Speak to you later. How long do you have left of your workout? She will answer, and then you can say something like, "Cool, I'll catch you before you go," something like that. And in that situation, obviously keep on with your workout, focus on that, but have a little eye on her. Like if she says, "I'm finishing in about 20 minutes," okay, let's say between 15 minutes later, you can approach her again and be like, listen, I'm going to go in like 10 minutes. So, yeah, before you go, you seem like a cool girl. What's your number? It'd be nice to get to know you. Maybe we can work out one day. So, yeah, maybe we can work out together one day. Okay, that's a great excuse to get a number. Okay, and that's it. And that can happen in one day, in one workout, one session. Maybe you could split it over two. If you don't see her, you can speak to her the next day and catch up again. Remember her name, of course. But that is the direct way of doing it. And I think like overall, if we're comparing direct and indirect, direct is the best way to go. Okay, honestly, just because it saves time and you know if you talk to her and you can have a couple of jokes with her in a couple of minutes and the vibe is right, then there's no reason not to exchange numbers and get to know each other, and she'll feel the same too. Now, I know some of you are a bit afraid of direct, which I get. It's something to build up to, which is why we can also do indirect. Okay. Now, the good thing about indirect is less risky. Okay, because you're not showing intent from the beginning, which means that you've got less to lose. Less awkward, because imagine if it doesn't go very well and then you have to see her again at the gym. It's a bit like, oh, it's a bit weird. So yeah, those are probably the only two reasons why you would go indirect. But to be honest, those two come under self-confidence anyway. So generally, if you're going to do indirect, you'll probably you probably have lower self-confidence than if you were to do indirect, to do direct. That's just something to bear in mind. That's something to um, build on as well. But there's no problem with going indirect. All it basically is exactly direct, but over a few days. So, of course, you can approach exactly the same way, which I definitely would, because it's the easiest way to approach. Let's copy that across right here. Perfect. Exactly the same. Um, again here, this is also very similar. You speak to her for a maximum of 2 minutes, and we'll just skip that out. I need to go back to my workout. Um, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Catch you around. And then insert her name there. Yeah, let's use her name. That'll be sick. Okay, cool. And that's it. And that's basically it for that day. Okay. Um, again, if you see her later, maybe she's leaving, you can say to her like, "Oh, how was your workout? Cool, blah blah blah." Like, just general chat. What are you up to today? Cool. Yep. Whatever. And obviously, it'll be good to find out when she's out working out next. So you can be like, um, what you can say, what are you training tomorrow? Assume that she's training tomorrow. She'll say, I'm training back or whatever. She might say, oh, I'm not in tomorrow, it's my rest day. Cool. All right, I'll see you the day after then. Whatever. But if she says, oh, I'm training arms or something, you could even say to her like, oh, me too. Oh, me too. I can meet you here at. Oh no no. Oh, me too. Um, I've got a really good exercise so I can show you tomorrow. Okay. Now again, at this point you can ask for a number or whatever to find out exactly what time she's coming, or you can just ask her directly. Um, but again, it's kind of, you're just building up very slowly. And in fact, let me just go back up to a positive about indirect, which isn't connected with self-confidence. Builds tension. That's a good thing. It builds tension because sometimes if you go direct and you show your intent and your interest early, it looks desperate. Okay, sometimes, I mean, if you do it the correct way, the smooth way, it doesn't. But I know that that can be difficult sometimes. So in a way, it builds tension with the girl, and she might think like, oh, maybe he likes me, maybe he doesn't, maybe he's just friend. It puts her in her head a little bit. So that, yeah, that is also a positive thing as well. Um, and that's basically it. And that'd be the first day of conversation. Okay, that'd be the first day. Now the second day that you see her, um, remember her name, of course. Talk to her by her name. Hey, whatever her name is. Um, general convo. How's your day? Blah blah blah. What do you get up to? Are you got muscle ache from yesterday? Whatever. Blah blah blah. Normal conversation. Normal conversation. Um, and yeah, and that's basically it. Now at this point, you can ask for Instagram. You can do something potentially, or you can just again normal conversation and wait for a day three. Again, if the vibe is very good, ask for number or Instagram or whatever here. If you feel like she's being more reserved, here, okay? It entirely depends on how she's acting with you. You've got to understand that a girl who is interested in you is going to be very talkative. She's going to ask you questions. She's going to play with her hair a little bit. She's going to laugh at your jokes, even if they're rubbish. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a whole selective of things. They're called IOIs, indicators of interest. You know what? I'll make another video on that. Um, and remember, guys, a girl in the gym isn't necessarily going to feel that she looks her best, okay? Now, I know that girls wear these kind of yoga pants or crop tops or whatever, so they try to feel sexy and they try to feel hot. But if she's in the middle of her workout, she's probably sweating a little bit, she's a bit self-conscious with that. Probably a good time to approach really in the middle of the workout, um, you know, after she's done a few exercises rather than at the beginning. It'll, it'll put her in her head a little bit, and it will, you can even tease her about that as well. Just be like, oh, I see that you're training hard. Look, even, your head's a bit shiny. Now, only say, only say that in the conversation if you've already established some kind of jokey frame. Okay, definitely. Don't do it at the beginning. Don't do that as your opener because that could backfire. But if you've said a couple of jokes and she's kind of into it, you can definitely tease her about that. But again, this is all, you've got to go out there and practice, okay? And if you don't want to practice in your gym, go to another gym for free trial. Okay, most gyms have free trials and just test it there, work out there, approach some girls there and see what works, see what doesn't. And you can do that with a variety of different gyms. And then when you're ready, you go back to your gym and then you can use what works best for you in your gym. And there you go. All right, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, good luck with your direct or indirect game. And I'll catch you in the next one.